And blessed to be a part of your day. Kevin Miller in the morning here at KIDO Talk Radio. Day 5 of Miller's Mission. Looks like it's going to be a little stormy weather this morning, so keep it with us for traffic and weather. And, of course, all of the details you need to get to work. Those of you that are working today, those of you that are taking the weekend off, well, safe travels. And certainly please remember the spirit of Memorial Day, remembering those folks that paid the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy the great freedoms that we have today. We're asking you to pay it forward here. Like our great friend Mike Miniger yesterday, he said, Millie, I can't come down to see you, but I'm going to donate online to BoiseRM.org, and we appreciate his generous donation while he's on his way to the gym this morning. Mike, thank you very much. So many of you have come by here for our spring edition of Miller's Mission here at the Walmart in Nampa. If you're new to the area, stop by. We'll be here tonight till 7 and tomorrow night till 6, collecting your clothes for kids, sunscreen, bug spray, all the things that we really don't think a lot about. The Boise Rescue Mission really needs your help to make sure their kids have a great summer. And really, their kids are the Treasure Valley kids, right? Joining us now, our great friend Misty, to talk a little bit about the Boise Rescue Mission. Misty, how are you?
I'm good, Kevin. How are you?
Thank you. Don't you love these early morning hours?
You know, I'm learning how to do it better. Smile on my face.
You always say, fake it till you make it.
There you go.
That's the anthem of this program. When we take a look at the summer, what is it like for the folks at the Boise Rescue Mission, for the kids?
It's a great experience. When I came to the mission back in 2009, my daughters were younger, and they got to take part in the kids program, and they just get to do so many things that people like me, coming from a struggled past, couldn't afford. I couldn't do these things for my kids. It's just a lot of opportunity and a lot of great things, and it shows that Jesus and the community really love them.
Well, and that is so important, number one, here at KIDO Talk Radio. But number two, the idea that here you are, anyone trying to make a difference, and not only unconditional love, but material things do matter when it comes to, maybe going to a pool or going to the zoo or something that a lot of us are kind of grizzled, but they do have such a positive impact on kids. Being able to do that. I'm sorry, my cough threw you off there for a moment.
It did.
Yes. No worries. But what does that mean to a child to all of a sudden they get to go do something fun?
I think it means a huge world of difference. My daughter, my 17-year-old, she now works for the kids program, and so she gets to give back what she was given. She got to experience these things like Roaring Springs and the bowling alleys and the movies. All that costs money, and a lot of us don't have that to give our kids, and so it's such a huge blessing. And now my daughter gets to experience it as an older child while watching the smiles on the younger children's face that are new to the mission or new to the summer program.
Indeed, of course, those things cost money and resources and supplies. Now, not only are we talking about, hey, having a good time, and people are going, oh, well, nobody needs to have a good time. I didn't have a good time. Why should these kids? But we're talking about education as well.
Yeah.
When we're talking about they study, they don't take the summer off from learning.
Nope, they don't, and they get to go see colleges, and a lot of it's learning. A lot of it's learning life skills that some of us weren't able to give our children. Me, for instance. So it's just great to watch. It's great to see them be happy, and then they want to come back and give back to the mission. So it's a good blessing and a huge opportunity for them.
Now, you've been through the program. Why do you continue to work for the mission?
Oh, the list goes on. I don't know. I feel like this umbrella has carried me for a long time, and it's amazing to see, something so big. In the beginning, I didn't realize what the mission did, and I didn't think it could do much more than keep me out of prison again. And it's opened my eyes to so many things. And like I said, my daughter works for the kids program, so she's committed to the mission. They helped me. She sees her mom in a better life, and so she just wants to give back what was freely given to her.
Well, that is the message that we are trying to say. What would you say to people that are considering donating? And they say, well, I could go do this, I could go do that, but this really impacts people here in the Treasure Valley.
I just want to say that, firsthand, I was the receiver of many of these blessings, and it goes on and it changes lives. And, some of us aren't blessed with such opportunity, but it takes the Treasure Valley and it takes donations to help. We don't take government funds, and so we count on the Treasure Valley, and we count on donations, and it just a little bit goes a long way, and it shows every single day, and it's partly why I'm still here. I can't fathom how awesome and blessed I am, and it just keeps coming, and it's only possible because of the Treasure Valley and donations and what the mission does in return from all the blessings.
And what about what has been the most impactful event for you? Perhaps the person that has made the biggest transformation during your time there, when you see others going through the program and the process. Some people make it, some people don't.
You know, my biggest thing is I have to stay connected. I have to stay grounded. And, you know, Bill Roscoe is amazing. Working for him, I don't know, he prays with me. Everything's just a huge, huge blessing. And I love my counselor, Jean, and I love to get to see you. You know, you stick around. I got to stick around.
So early in the morning, yes. And that's really what we always want to let everybody know about, the beauty and the giving, the unconditional love that the folks at the Rescue Mission are all about. They could be doing other things, but instead of looking at a stock portfolio or anything else, they're always looking at the ROI on people, and that is so important. Folks, won't you help the Boise Rescue Mission this summer? Consider giving. Close for Kids, BoiseRM.org, or take the trip to Nampa. Of course, we're in Nampa. It's not way out here in Nampa, everybody. We're in the heart of the Treasure Valley, whether you're in Meridian or Kuna or what have you. We've had people swing in from Mountain Home. We would love to see you. And it's always fun to load up the truck and such and really make a difference, even if it's going to be a storm. You know, why forget about going to the Oregon coast or whatever. Come out and vacation with us here in the Nampa parking lot. Garrity and Franklin, we're having a great time. We've got some wonderful pastries. We're going to have some of our Kevin Miller celebrities coming up as well. Mayor Kling will join us in the 8 o'clock hour. Rob and Aaron from Team Mazda Subaru. In this cynical world, it's great that we have this mission of hope.
It is, and I want to say I appreciate everybody and you, Kevin, and just please come out and donate to the Boise Rescue Mission. We need some bug spray and sunscreen and water. Always need water.
And selfishly, it's really awesome when you give. It really is. It really makes a difference in the lives of so many. Misty, we always appreciate you. We always appreciate you keeping me in line.
I always appreciate you, and I'm happy to be here, even though one eye's closed and one eye's open. But
yeah, that's a permanent thing for me. So you fit right in. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we hear the sights and sounds of the carts ringing. It is music to our ears here this morning. KIDO Talk Radio. Let's see, is Ron still there here at KIDO Talk Radio? Ron in Caldwell. Good morning. Good morning, Ron. Thanks for your patience.
That's all right. Good morning, Kevin. I want to be brief here. Let's stand for the flag and kneel for the cross. I just can't believe these people in the NFL make monster money. I mean, and they get paid. The guy that carries the M16 should get more money than the guy that carries the football. And I can't believe those guys that are carrying the football and stuff are whining. I mean, I can't handle it. I mean, I got to send my Steeler flag back to my brother because I want to burn it. He goes, send it back here, back east. I'm sorry. I have no sympathy for them guys. I believe in freedom of speech, but, freedom of speech only goes so far, You know what happens when you haul fire in a movie theater, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have a good day. God bless the vets.
God bless the vets, and God bless those people that lost family members, in the wars that have kept us safe. That's what we will be doing and remembering and honoring them this Memorial Day weekend. Phone numbers here, 580-5436. 580-KIDO. Coming up next is a story everybody's talking about, the millennial that wouldn't leave his home. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. The parents actually had to evict him. When is it ever time to leave home? Who wants to leave home, man? Home is where the heart is, It took me to get a gig across country for me to leave home. Otherwise, I'd still be in my parents' basement, which, look, that's a pretty cool life if you ask me. 580-5436. We are live at the Nampa Walmart, getting ready to brave the elements. And that's another thing when we think about the summer and the Boise Rescue Mission. When you have just a hot, humid, horrible day, and you turn on the air conditioning in your car and go, oh, man, it's not working. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh. And then you get that relief. Well, what happens if you don't have that? And we blog a little bit about it at KIDOTalkRadio.com under Why Donate. If you don't have a safety net, and these days, times are good here, but remember, 6 years ago, times were not so good. If you don't have that landing spot, well, that's what the Boise Rescue Mission does. We'll talk more about it. Please join us. Miller's Mission, close for Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio. And good morning. Here we are, braving the rain. You're on your work day. You're in. I want to say hello to our friend Roger. He listens all the time. I've known Roger for years. Ran into him this morning at one of these fitness locations that actually lets me come in and take a shower. Not for me personally. It's for the people here in the Nampa. It's all about the people here at the Nampa Walmart. We so appreciate our friends at Camping World for allowing us to have this nice Camping World facility. In addition to that, Team Mazda Subaru, Aaron and Rob, always the principal sponsor of Miller's Mission. Sure, people say, hey, Kevin, you're doing a great thing. No, it's people like Aaron and Rob, it's Camping World, it's the Boise Rescue Mission that really make a difference. And even today, as it rains and stuff, we go, I got to get inside. Well, what happens if you don't have a place to go inside? It gets really scary. Speaking of scary, this is a big court case that blew up yesterday. Of course, it happens after we leave, and I heard Glenn talking about it and Monica Crowley in for Sean Hannity talking about it yesterday. Dave Ramsey, he was talking about mortgages. But anyway, this is a court case where some parents actually had to Dave, you heard about this? This is a nonpartisan story, okay? And it's a little light. The parents were so fed up with their kid who was 30 years old, they gave him 5 notices, and they decided to take him to court to kick him out of the house. Let's take a listen.
Want to move out of your parents' house? Why don't you just move out of your parents' house, like tomorrow?
This week, a judge ruled that 30-year-old Michael Rotundo must move out of his parents' house after refusing to do so. If that wasn't embarrassing enough, his interview with CNN's Brooke Baldwin was certainly something to behold.
Do you have a job?
No.
Are you trying to get a job?
I have plans to be able to provide myself.
But that awkwardness wasn't a one-off. Throughout the 8-minute chat, there were plenty of more bizarre moments.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. And what I was
Maybe a little bit longer than we wish we could.
By the way, you've had these awkward moments with people, but this is on international television, and Brooke Baldwin, she always seems to get the interesting guests here, right? So here she goes trying to interview this guy. He's drinking water, having a good time, and saying, look, I should be able to stay at home and hang out with my parents. They can't evict me. It's not their house. It's my house.
Please take a sip of your water. Do you not want...
And while the bulk of the interview focused on why Rotundo refused to move out after living with his parents for 8 years, there was a strange tangent about the definition of a millennial.
The thought bubble is what is up with this millennial generation.
I'm a very conservative person. The millennials that they're speaking to are very liberal in their ideology.
You're 30, so technically I think you are part of the millennial generation.
No, I like this, actually. It's the liberal millennials that are bad. I'm a conservative. Well, he's a fiscal conservative because he's not spending money on rent or anything else. But it's the liberals. Crazy, crazy, crazy indeed. Phone numbers 580-5436, 580-KIDO.
I don't think there's a delineation.
Right.
And if you think CNN just caught Rotundo on an off day, his interview with Fox News was equally cringeworthy.
Where are you speaking to us from this evening?
I'm at a restaurant.
Okay, so you've left the house.
Yeah, you're not at your parents' home. Remember, his parents had to take him to court to get him out of the house. Crazy times. Let's continue on.
Well, I'm not there right now.
And there we have it. We want to thank our friends at Yahoo Entertainment for that. We'll hear more from that interview. But, isn't this ridiculous when you have folks that again, won't move out of the house? Look, I can tell you, there are many times, and this really plays into the theme that we're talking about, that you have a place to go home to. Obviously, the young man did not do himself any favors when he was on television going back and forth on this, and sometimes it's best to turn down those interviews. Speaking of interviews and being turned down, you heard here first yesterday, the president said, we'll be seeing you to the interview and, the big meeting with Kim Jong-un. Now people are saying Donald Trump, who they didn't want to get the Nobel Peace Prize, did the wrong thing. We'll talk a little bit about that. But before that, let's get you to work safely and on time. And thank you, Larry. We so appreciate it. Phone number is 580-5436. 580-KIDO. Don't forget Miller's Mission. We're here tonight till 7. And tomorrow night till 6. We would love to see you donating clothes for kids and so many more things when we're talking about making a difference in the lives of so many people here. We're going to hear from them. But like I said, sunscreen, bug spray, please make that happen for the kids this summer. Speaking of travel, everybody's getting ready for the holiday, but do they really get the spirit of Memorial Day weekend?
AAA expects almost 42 million people to get away this Memorial Day weekend, with some 90% traveling by car, despite an increase in gas prices.
Right on the cusp of $3, probably even get a little over it.
Opus chief oil analyst Denton Synchrogana, making for the most expensive Memorial Day drive since 2014, though
the market is kind of poised and ripe for a little bit of a sell-off.
And cheaper prices at the pump to come. For now, wherever you're going by car this weekend, leave early, do a thorough vehicle check, bring snacks and water, and don't forget the reason why we celebrate Memorial Day. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
That's a great point by Jeff Manasso. Do you believe that we really get the spirit, the efforts behind Memorial Day? You know, people go, well, hey, thank you for your service. Well, that is Veterans Day, with all due respect. Memorial Day is where we honor the people that didn't make it back. And, you know, as Ron brought up earlier, here we have the national anthem controversy, people calling the president an idiot and all this, and we're not going to stand, we're not going to do this. But what workplace do you actually have the First Amendment freedom to really express your opinion? Now, let's say you're Francois the waiter, and you come up and you want your breadsticks or whatever, and you say, well, I'd like some lasagna, Francois, and then he continues to tell you why Donald Trump wants to make America great. Well, Francois the waiter would not be around, or how Barack Obama was the best president ever, because you don't want that. You want to escape it. There's a great article, and I linked to it, I think, at Kevin Miller's show on Facebook, from the Wall Street Journal about how ESPN became derailed by politics, particularly left-wing politics, and people want an escape. And when you go to work, you don't want to talk about politics. It's just bad for business. It's a divisive issue. It's something that we cover, and people that listen to this program, that's what they expect. But again, you wouldn't want me going on and on about my favorite song or this, that, and the other. It's the expectation, and whether you're in the service industry, whether you're in the tech industry, the First Amendment, according to employers, you just kind of keep it to yourself. Otherwise, you can have a hostile work environment, that sort of thing. So why should the NFL be any different? We'll get to that at 580-5436, 580-KIDO. That's number one. Number two, the spirit of Memorial Day. Hey, it's wonderful that there are so many capitalists having great sales. We wish them well. But is that replaced going to the cemetery? And one thing about the Gem State is you can go to the State Veteran Cemetery in Boise and see a terrific memorial ceremony. And usually the congressional delegation is there, usually people there that have served, and most of us, through their sacrifice and their grace, we'll never know what it's like to lose someone in battle, to be next to them. But to those people that are going through this right now, people serving, it's in the back of their mind. Well, Memorial Day is something that they can't describe, right? Shouldn't we at least honor that? I'd love to get your thoughts next. Again, we'll hear more from our friends from the Boise Rescue Mission. We're here tonight till 6 at the Walmart Gary and Franklin. If you can't make it out, online donations acceptable, BoiseRM.org. More information, you can also go to KIDOTalkRadio.com. Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning, Maggie.
My name is Tabitha, and I am in the New Life program at City Light. My life was literally a living hell. I was in addiction for about 20 years. It was horrible. I drug my 12-year-old daughter through my addiction. She was with me the entire time, unless I was leaving her at a place so that I could go and do my thing. At first, it was really scary because it was something unknown. But now it's amazing. We were wrestling and laughing the other day for the first time, really. We have a relationship because we've been able to find God, and we're able to have no worries. We were given a life My daughter has a future. For the first time in her life, she has straight A's. She was given everything that she needs and an opportunity to grow. So she has a future for college and for a beautiful and bright future. She's so excited to have nice clothes and for shorts. We got a donation in yesterday, actually, and she was trying on her new shorts, and she came and ran into the living room and says, "Mom, look at my shorts. I got soccer shorts." And she was just so excited to have them because she was telling me that she had no shorts. So she cut a pair of pants into shorts actually just a week ago. I'm going to be able to be a mom and wake up with my daughter and know her on a basis, to know her favorite color and to teach her the word and to help others. I plan to have a career and be a productive member of society and work with children. I plan to give back to the community that has given so much to me. I know Christ. I've been baptized since I've been in the program. I read my Bible as soon as I wake up every day. I know the Lord and I'm blessed. I'm so blessed to have an opportunity to read the Bible and to listen to sermons and go to church, and I'm a part of the choir at my church. So I get to sing and praise the Lord every Sunday. And it's just so wonderful and amazing. It's a little bit of heaven on earth, and just to see the blessings and the glory of the Lord every day. Thank you for giving me life. Thank you for giving my daughter a life. It's because of you that I know who my daughter is today. And I know who the Lord is. And I'm breathing. Thank you.
And just another example of your good works in action through our friends at the Boise Rescue Mission. Good morning, Kevin Miller. Once again at the Walmart in Nampa, Miller's Mission, we are asking you to help us clothes for kids. In addition to that, sunscreen and bug spray, little things that we don't really think a lot about, but certainly make a big difference. Remember, all your donations are tax deductible, and of course, cash donations go such a long way with the mission. They do an excellent job of really stretching that dollar, and as always, they need your donations. They're asking for your donations because they take no money from the government, which who can say that these days? Joining us now is Maria, here to talk a little bit about her story at KIDO Talk Radio. If you want to come up here, please. Yep, thank you. Your thoughts when you hear that, ma'am? Okay, you got it up to the mic, please. Thank you.
Well, the Boise Rescue Mission has just been amazing to fulfill the needs of our needs. When I came into the program a couple of years ago, I came straight out of jail, and I had nothing but the clothes on my back, and when I got into the program and got into my room, my room was filled with clothes that I had, hygiene that I needed. And so, yeah, it was just amazing to just have my own room, my own drawer to put my clothes in, so.
Going from being incarcerated to having your own place, that must be indescribable.
Yes, it is very indescribable. But what was more indescribable is having people believe in me when I didn't believe in myself.
And how has that changed?
It's amazing, to finally have somebody to have my back, somebody that's going to just hold me, at the time that I need it, when I need it, pray for me, pray for my kids when I need it, somebody that can go that is positive to just to get some guidance,
The impact it's had on your children.
The impact that's had on my children it's crazy. They struggle a little bit because they knew this mom for a very long time, and I was more of a friend than a mother. A different mom than you are today. Yes. Okay. Yes, and so, but they're so happy and just so proud of the person that I've become. How
does that make you feel?
it makes me feel really, really good to know that my kids finally can be proud of me.
And you never want to lose that, do you?
No.
Yeah. And this is where people come in, total strangers. You don't know them, I don't know them, and they donate. And you're talking about changing lives, changing your own life, ma'am.
Yes.
Anything you would like to share to the people directly? I know it's tough getting up early and being out here. And 1 minute it's sun, the next minute it's the rain. You got Captain Crazy over here. But is there anything that you would like to say to the people listening right now at 580 AM and 107.5 FM?
Well, I would like to say, the mission runs. They always say it's all about restoring faith, hope, and family, and I have a true hope in all that now. And the volunteers and the donors make it possible for us to have all that. The volunteers or the donors, provide the things that we need, and the volunteers come in and help serve serve all those things that we have, serve that out. I work in the kitchen, so I see a lot of that, and so it's just humbling. It's a humbling experience to watch families come in with their small children and help.
Families.
Yeah. Come in and serve, the community for that, you know what I mean? And it's just amazing to watch.
Plus, over 1,000 meals a day, that's a lot of people to feed.
Yes.
We sometimes forget, and we've been trying to focus this week on the working poor, people that are, trying their very best to make a difference. And the daycare provided, child care provided by the Boise Rescue Mission, while the mom, the dad, or both go out and work, make a huge impact, right?
Yes.
And that's what we're here for. Won't you help us help them? Maria, anything else? Great job today. Out of the park.
I would just like to say thank you to the donors and the volunteers that come in and give their time, give their donations, give, whatever they have, I just want to thank you for that because they're very important to us.
Right.
So.
Rebuilding, renovating, strengthening lives.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Great job. Kevin Miller in the morning here. Phone numbers 580-5436, 580-KIDO. There have been a lot of stories about planes lately. And for those of us, and we always say we have a fear of flying, maybe it's a fear of not having control, right? How many of us fear not having control? So you get on the plane, and there are a few people that you don't want having a bad day. The airline pilot, the air traffic controller, your surgeon, maybe your doctor when you're in for the exam, his mind's on something else. You never want those people to have a bad day, to have a lack of focus, right? So another crazy, wacky story on plane safety. I don't know what's going on, but our own Jeff Lennox here at KIDO Talk Radio has the story about a fight breaking out, this time on an American Airlines plane. And remember, we've had airlines that have lost pets and animals and everything else, but now fisticuffs. You remember a couple days ago we had the man that, he couldn't find the urinal, so he used the seat in front of him because he was so intoxicated? Yes, Ooh is right. Let's find out how the friendly skies have become unfriendly here at KIDO Talk Radio.
Hey! It's an in-flight fight en route to MIA. Punches thrown at 30,000 feet on this flight from St. Croix. This scuffle started right after an unruly passenger asked for more beer. You hear the flight attendant deny the request. And that's when things got heated. Another passenger gets involved. After the flight landed safely, Miami-Dade police escorting the man at the center of the chaos off the aircraft. American Airlines saying, "We thank our crew of Flight 1293 for taking care of our customers."
Well, I think it was the customer that took care of the customers. So let's examine. We have the guy that was too intoxicated on the flight, and he couldn't find the restroom. You have this guy who wanted I'll have another one, and he didn't. Then you have all these other things going on. I don't know, maybe it's time to go back to taking the train. Or perhaps, maybe you only have that one drink minimum and maximum. Is it really necessary? Oh, there you go again, Kevin Miller, with your anti-alcohol bias. Is it really necessary to have a drink on the plane? I mean, you got Netflix now, right? Much more on this. Plus, going back to this crazy, wacky millennial story, I can't get enough of this. The parents had to take this guy to court to get him out of the home. My goodness gracious. Those stories and more next. Kevin Miller, 580 AM, 107.5 FM, KIDO Talk Radio. And we would encourage you to stop by and see us here, as our friend Angela and Jim have done, and others. We're here till 9, but we're here all morning long. Big John stopped by yesterday. It's always better to come earlier in the day. The batteries wear down a little as we get later in the day, but it's about being here, and we would love to see you. We'd love for you to make a difference in the lives of so many people here in our Treasure Valley. Phone numbers 580-5436, 580-KIDO. It is graduation season. We do want to thank everybody, congratulate everybody for graduating, living at the Walmart, thanks to our friends at Camping World and Team Mazda Subaru. I get to see so many people coming in, and it's amazing the gifts that you get. Somebody gets a balloon, somebody gets some flowers. They do the grab, and everybody's dressed up for these events. And perhaps sometimes we don't forget that these are life-changing, life-altering decisions, that first graduation. And we see our beautiful young people, how hopeful they are. And we all go back to a time perhaps when we were so young. So congratulations to the parents, the grandparents, to the supporters, the guardians, the adopted parents, step-parents, foster families, everyone who has made a difference, and people that have done it on their own. And that's one of the reasons why we're here, one of the spirit of the broadcast. Let's get you to work safely and on time. And Kevin Miller in the morning. Phone numbers 580-5436, 580-KIDO. Hopefully we have time for this story that we currently have at KIDOTalkRadio.com concerning mega producer Harvey Weinstein. Looks like he's going to jail.
We are awaiting the charges. That is, of course, a very important part of today's proceedings, to find out exactly what he will be charged with. As we know, there are many accusers who have said that Harvey Weinstein has sexually assaulted them. Those accusations range from inappropriate touching to assault to rape. And we have been told that he will be going over to the criminal courthouse after this. We also were told that today's proceedings inside the precinct could take up to 2 hours. We are standing by, waiting to see if he comes out in handcuffs or not.
And there we have it, Harvey Weinstein. Who would have ever thought? And it goes back to an intrepid and still young reporter, Rowan Farrow, who, comes from a good family. Mia Farrow, Woody Allen. Some say he's Frank Sinatra's son. Does look like old Frank more than he does look like Woody, though. Regardless of that, here's a guy that was threatened, was investigated, was bullied. NBC News would not touch the story. Oh, yes, I love how we run promos on the Truth Tellers, and we take you where the story is. Their own contributor had the Weinstein stuff, and they didn't cover it. They tried to bury it. Weinstein threatened him. He had people that used to work for Israeli intelligence, otherwise known as the Mossad, their special ops, investigating Rowan Farrow. They were going to ruin him, and he shamed the New York Times into covering it before that story that he won the Pulitzer for aired in the New Yorker. Much more going on. Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio. Good morning.